my Lana babes, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tori Alana, and y'all know we're about to get into the day. So y'all, we're still quarantined, unfortunately, because people don't know how to stay inside and stuff. So I'm probably gonna be here for a while. So you know, I got some Netflix suggestions that y'all could watch. So we're about to get into that. But before we get into the video, let me say to my Lana babes, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being subscribed to me. I think we're at 920 now subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for just supporting me. I'm very thankful for that. And if you're not a Lana babe, I don't like that at all. You should subscribe. Everybody, whether you subscribe or not, like this video right now. Like it right now. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, pause this video and subscribe right now. Just please. It's literally 3 seconds. You don't even have to pause for real. Just click subscribe. But yeah, y'all, so we're quarantined, and you know, I've been saying people, what should I watch? So I'm about to give y'all some suggestions. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, suggestion number 1, Coffee and Kareem on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie, and y'all, it came out like a week ago, I believe. It is so good. It's about, you know, this white cop. He's dating this black woman, and she has a kid. She's a single mom. So long story short, he tries to set the cop up because he don't like cops. He's like in the 5th grade, but he's so hilarious. He curses a lot. And you know, they just go on this journey to take down these bad guys, and it's really funny. Like, funniest thing that I've been down laughing at that movie. I've been down laughing at that movie, and nothing makes me laugh. Well, I laugh at everything, but like, I don't know, I don't laugh at not funny stuff. So I would definitely suggest you watching that. I watched it the day before yesterday. It is a great movie. Okay, suggestion number 2. It's a series. So this show is called One Day at a Time. It's about, you know, a Hispanic family. I think they're from Cuba. Well, they're not, like, they were born in the US, but you know, they're Cuban descent or whatever. And it's just like literally one day at a time. They go on, like, I don't want to say adventures, but like a regular sitcom show. You know, stuff happens and they have to figure it out, whatever. And it's a lot of fascinating characters. I love the grandma because she has a heavy, strong Spanish accent, and she's so funny. But I would definitely recommend that show. Everything I'm giving you, I would recommend. Watch that. Okay, number 3. It's a series called The Fosters. It is not a Netflix original. It was on Freeform. You know, it's about this foster family. They're called The Fosters, but their last name is Foster. So, you know, so this lesbian couple, you know, they adopt kids. And one of them already had a kid. And, you know, so it's a set of twins, another set of brother and sister, and their biological son. And, you know, it's just so interesting, you know, to see what people go through on a daily life. It's not real, but like, it's real though. Like, you know, the stuff that happens on the show happened in real life, and it is funny too. But you know, it's suspenseful, kind of. You know, it's a whole lot of surprises and curves and turns. Just like, wow, I would definitely recommend that show. Okay, number 4, and this is one of my favorites of all time, Jane the Virgin. So to all my Hispanic people out there, it's a telenovela based series. A telenovela is like a dramatic, kind of romantic, but a suspenseful, you know, show, like, but in Hispanic culture, you know. So that's what a telenovela is. But this is like 100% English, but it's like a telenovela. There's a lot of twists and turns. So basically, Jane the Virgin is, you know, she's a God-fearing woman. You know, her grandma had instilled in her that, and her mother had her young. But this girl, her name is Jane, she's like in her 20s, and she's never, like, you know, had sex or whatever. And she went to the doctor. They accidentally put something inside of her, and she's pregnant, but she's never had sex. So, you know, it's her journey. She was artificially inseminated, if you will. So that's just her journey about what happened and all that stuff. It is so good. I definitely recommend. That's one of my favorites. Gotta drink my water. Okay, number 5, Riverdale. So basically, these 4 teenagers, they're always, you know, solving stuff, and I really forgot what happened, but it's a lot of mysteries and stuff. It's suspenseful. They're always solving stuff, mysteries, murders, whatever. It's a lot of weird stuff, but hey, I could not stop watching it. Okay, number 6, and most of you know the show. Most of you have watched it. Most of you have seen it, whatever, or at least heard about it. On My Block. On My Block is the most funniest, best show. Not ever, but it is. So, like, it's just so good. Again, 4 teenagers, 3 boys and 1 girl. They try to solve, like, cases like money, try to find out who somebody's killer is, you know. One of them is caught up in, like, a lot of they're gang affiliated, you know, their family's a gang, so stuff happens to that person. A girl, her dad is out a lot. He's never home, so she kind of lives on her own. And then other stuff be happening to them, so I would definitely recommend the show. Okay, number 7, and this is my all-time favorite out of everything on this list. I have favorites, but this is my favorite. I am currently rewatching this now. Yeah. It's just so awesome. Wentworth. So it's an Australian prison series. If you heard of Orange is the New Black, this is it. But basically, the Australian version, they still speak English, but you know, like Orange is the New Black was based on like racial, like they were together by race. In this series, they're together by gang, and it's a whole lot of, you know, spins and turns, and you would never expected that, and a lot of shocking stuff. And this is also a binge-worthy series. This is my 2nd time watching it, and it's 7 seasons long. The 8th season is coming out in June of this year, and I would not miss it for the world. This will have you crying, screaming, laughing. I love this. Is my favorite show. I'm rewatching it right now, and this is my favorite out of all these shows on the list. Okay, number 8. Like I mentioned last show, Orange is the New Black. This is like a prison show. You know, you get to see what the girls go through. It's fictional, but you know, these situations are similar to real life. They're together, like the girls in the group, they're together by race. So all the Hispanics are together, all the blacks are together, all the whites are together, stuff like that. But Wentworth is better, but Orange is the New Black is still good. Okay, number 9, Degrassi. When I tell y'all Degrassi is good, I think, no, it's another Degrassi on Netflix. They made it into their own or whatever, but Degrassi on Netflix is better than the original Degrassi. It's a lot of twists. You know, it's similar to the old one, but it's a lot of twists and turns and stuff. And, you know, teenagers in high school going through high school things, going through problems, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex, all that. And I recommend it. Okay, number 10. This show called The Good Place. So this girl, basically, she was supposed to be sent to hell, but now she's in heaven. And, you know, she's trying not to let anybody know. She's trying to blend in. You know, basically, so, and a whole lot of stuff happens after, but, you know, I really can't tell you without spoiling it, so please go watch it. I recommend it. Okay, 11. And this is one of my favorites, too. It's called No Good Nick. So, basically, this girl wants to get revenge on her family because, you know, they took everything from her family. Now her dad's in jail. So, she was in the foster care system, so she has foster parents, and they're con artists. So, it's a bit of 2-in-1 revenge. So, she talks her, con artist of a mom, foster mom, whatever, into acting like the family, to acting like, you know, that they're cousins and she's living with them and she wants to scam them and take everything from them. But along the way, she's actually like building friendships and bonding with them like family. So she's a snake, but she's a loving snake. Okay, 12, Money Heist. I haven't actually watched it, but my friends have recommended it to me. You know, it's like a crime, thriller, suspense thing. I mean, Money Heist, hello, in the title. But I can't actually recommend it, but I suggest you watch it. I'm going to start as soon as I finish watching Wentworth again. I'm going to start. I know it's, they speak Spanish. You have to translate it over into English, but whatever. So watch it. Okay, Weeds. This is also my favorite. So basically, this lady, her name was Nancy, her husband dies. So, you know, she has kids, so she has to stay on her feet somehow. So she starts dealing weed, and like along the way, she's always finding boyfriends that work for the DEA, presidents of Mexico, something. She's always finding people who, you know, you can't tell about your business. So it's funny, like, she's a drug dealer and she's a mom. So I would definitely recommend that. Maybe you boys can learn something from her too, because y'all be hot. Okay, 14, chewing gum. So, series about this girl. She's like really awkward and like not awkward on purpose, but like awkward to be funny. And her mom and sister, God-fearing people. You know, she's inexperienced with a lot of stuff to be her age. She's like 24. Never even used a tampon because she thought it was scary, you know? And she's just experiencing the world and stuff, and it's really funny. I highly recommend it. Number 15, Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. I think I said that right. Okay, whatever. So this was really funny. She was taken when she was, I want to say 12. I don't know. She was in middle school, like I'm gonna say like 6th, 7th grade. So a person had kidnapped her and they lived in a bunker for like 15 years or whatever. And so they finally found her. She's out. Now she's out on her own. Imagine, like, you know, somebody kidnapping you and 15 later you go out. You don't know nothing about the new world. So she don't know anything about like technology, who the stars are, you know, laws, new laws. Like, she doesn't know anything. So like, I think the last time she's been like outside was like the 80s. So imagine you coming in the 2000s and like, you know, a lot of things have changed. So she's trying to find her way. She has a gay roommate and she works with this stuck-up rich lady, and it is so funny. Okay, number 16, and I'm also rewatching this too. It's called Young and Hungry. So y'all remember Hannah Montana, and that girl was her best friend. She played Lola, or no, not Lola. Yeah, Lola. No, that was her stage name. I forgot her name, but she was Hannah Montana's best friend, little blonde girl. But whatever. So that's the star of the show. You know, she's a chef. She loves to cook. You know, and this rich tech guy, she applies to be a chef. So she got the job, boom, and they slept together. And this just turned everything upside down. So she kept working for him, and you know, it's so funny. They have a middle-aged black maid. She's hilarious, and he has a gay publicist. So it's a whole bunch. And you know, a lot of stuff happens because she loves to stay in people's business, but whatever. Okay, number 17. This one is a movie. It's called Honey, Rise Up and Dance. So I know Tiana Taylor, a girl, you know, her sister was a dancer. No, in the movie, not in real life. But her sister's a dancer, and it's a scholarship, you know, college scholarship, and she wants to win it. So she's trying to get in with her sister's crew. At first she doesn't make it, but then she does. So she's trying to prove to everybody that she like can dance too, you know. Her whole life she's been living in her sister's shadow, no matter what she did, you know. Okay, number 18, and this is a movie. No, it's not a movie. It's a series. Madam C.J. Walker. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to, as soon as I get all my other stuff out the way, I'm going to watch it. So, you know, C.J. Walker, she was a civil rights movement leader person, whatever. I'm tired, so excuse me. But she was that person, and she specialized in hair. She was a hairstylist, whatever. So it was just about her journey and stuff, I guess. 19, most of y'all have already watched it, so I don't even know why it's on the suggestion list, but whatever. All American. So good. So good. Coop is... They said Coop like Fantasia. I'm so dead. But, you know, this boy, he's from the hood, going to the rich people's place, playing football, finding his way, making some enemies, making some friends, you know. And back home, he has to deal with gang violence and stuff. Well, Coop does, so yeah. If you hadn't watched it, watch it. Okay, last, The Roommate. I have not watched this either, but I am going to watch it. It was actually trending, that's why I put it on this list. You know, I don't know if they was in college or like a regular house. This girl, you know, like moved, and she got this roommate, and she's like obsessed with her. Like the roommate was obsessed with her and stuff, and it's like kind of like thriller and suspense kind of. It's like a Lifetime movie. But if you're into that stuff, I definitely recommend that you watch it. Okay, so that concludes this video. I hope you liked all my suggestions. If you have any suggestions that I did not list, please name them down below in the comment section. Thank you for my Lana babies for watching. I hope you and your family stay safe from this illness, y'all. Please stay inside and all that good stuff. I just hope I don't have it. I just hope I don't come in contact with it. May God cover all of you. And if you aren't subscribed, subscribe right now. And if you don't, you have the Rona. It's like, no, but thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye.